Hello, and welcome to a special Wednesday edition of the Friday Funcast. Now, don't be thrown off. It is still Wednesday. However, because we will not be here on Friday, or certainly Adam won't, Russ Thomas, the old bald Russ Thomas will, but the young, ruggedly handsome gold scruff.
Gold scruff. A lot of different nicknames thrown at me these days.
That's right.
And I'm seeing which one sticks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what will stick, some of that snow. And hopefully it does this winter for our friends at the ski and bike shop.
But ever since I got my biking in, I've been pumped to cycle.
Biking in is a non-prescription solution to improve your lifestyle.
Ski and bike shop in Grand Forks helped me get my biking in.
Side effects include elevated endorphin levels, improved cardiovascular health, weight loss, and boosted energy. Higher doses of Biking may lead to forming healthy habits and increase your chances of social interaction. Visit your local ski and bike shop spokesperson today.
My goal is to remember to run the actual ski and bike shop because
That's from here.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you.
Safety net.
I
Safety
love it.
net.
I love it.
But you know, I think we kind of got our last bike weather.
Yeah.
And I think right now it's maybe a little too sticky for skiing, but it's a good sign that skiing is coming.
Right, good place to go get all the equipment, right? Because you're going to get ready, you got to do the thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is a perfect time now, gearing up. As we've talked about this winter, and we can already see it. And it's not even winter yet. We get this first winter storm. Looking at some of the latest outlooks, continue to show for December, for January, February, colder than normal and better chance of than average of precipitation.
Yeah.
So I do think you've got to go ahead and get that now because it won't be long. You'll be heading
It's
out
like
to the
good
slopes.
packing snow.
It is.
But
yeah.
it's you know, the skiers, they want that pow.
Exactly.
You know.
Like the pow factor.
Yeah, they want that pow so they can shred the gnar.
Right.
You know?
You're saying a lot of words. I don't ski.
Yeah. So, but this would be tough. This is more be careful driving.
Yeah.
Snow, not fun snow.
We're gonna no, and actually, I was gonna get no. You're right. I was gonna get to something just a second, but I'll wait. I was gonna do it, and I'll wait just a second. I want to talk about you know, we do our NFL picks every week, and in this past week, by the way, do you have the numbers of how it went?
Yes, I won by narrow margin.
Okay.
Bobby Fallett actually beat both of us.
Yeah.
But he's not on the scoreboard. But he did beat us both. He had 15.
Okay.
And this is, of course, after the adjustments with points for the ski and bike shop lock.
Right.
The extra points being for the Valley News Live games. So I got 14, Russ, you got 13, ski and bike got 10.
Okay, now ski and bike actually won last week, so a little bit of a fallback for ski and bike. I'm still in the meaty part of the curve right there in the middle. Not showing off like Adam, but not falling behind like ski and bike shop.
So
I'm
just
right there.
perfectly down the middle.
Exactly. I'm the guy you want to cling to when you don't want big shifts in life. You just stay the course. 1,000 points a light. I do want to ask you, Thanksgiving, we'll get to the picks in just one second. Thanksgiving, what do the plans hold for one Adam Shalafu?
Yeah, I'm going to be making my way to the western part of the state, hopefully having a nice boiled goose.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
true? Yeah?
No.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
I mean, some of it is. The boiled goose isn't. I think we're going to have a turkey.
Okay.
I volunteered to bring blueberries.
Interesting, okay.
I've never had a blueberry pie. And so I
Really?
was asked, what kind of pie do you want? And then I said, blueberry.
Okay.
And then Tess said, well, I made pumpkin and apple. I said, well, then why'd you ask me? Because I thought I was going to get to try
Right.
something new.
Right.
So, Tess, if you're watching, I'm bringing the blueberries.
Nice. Way to box Tess in a corner. I made 2 pies. Adam, that's not good enough. Why didn't you ask me?
I said, I wanted a boiled goose. Come on. Didn't get the boiled goose. Blueberry pie. Come on.
Right.
You know,
right.
just give me something here.
So last night, 10 o'clock news, Bobby Fallett hit me up with something that's so funny because usually I'm pretty quick with the answer. He said, we're coming out of the 11-day, and Bobby goes, okay, real quick, Russ, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dessert? And I was like,
Boiled
and
goose.
finally he looked at me and he goes, pecan pie. He just wanted to answer for me because I sat there like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
The answer was funny is I'm not a big Thanksgiving pie guy. I like pies, but like pumpkin pies, all right. Pecan pie, can't stand it. Don't like
Really?
or
Really?
pecans,
Okay,
as some
yeah,
say.
They're a little, you know, I think I like blueberry.
So
I don't know because I've
yeah.
never had it before.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was my second option because I said strawberry rhubarb. I know I like that one.
Not getting that one either, are you?
Yeah, we'll see. I like eating pies, though.
Yeah. So real quick, what I finally said, he came back later, and Bobby said, "I'm gonna give you another chance." That was at the end of the show, and I said, "Key lime's actually my favorite pie." It's not really a Thanksgiving pie, but key lime.
no.
So what I ultimately said was, the jellied cranberries, a little, and it comes out and it looks like dog food basically,
it's
only it's cranberries. I was like, that really is my favorite dessert. In which Bobby said, "That's not a dessert." And I said, but it's sweet, it is. So we had this argument. So if you happen to be watching this right now and you want to let us know, because I'm down with the cranberry, not the actual berries, but the jellied kind, that to me is dessert. Bobby says it's not. If you want to weigh in on that, I'd love to know, because we do want to know the answer. And I'm telling you, I think it's. By the way, Adam, where do you stand on that? Remember, I'm here and Bobby's not.
I think that anything can be a dessert if you have an imagination. Like it just
I like it,
depends.
thank you.
Like I think a steak can be like on a birthday.
Yeah.
How about a birthday steak, not a birthday cake? It depends on what you want. A
yeah.
treat's a treat. So
A threat's a threat.
we create these definitions, Russ,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
we have to live by them. But sometimes you can redefine.
Yeah, do we want, and is it up there? Because I know you were messing with it. I want to make sure we get it up there.
All the buttons will be pressed.
Okay,
Don't worry.
we got the ski and
Yeah.
bike shop. Want to get the logo there. That's important because these guys are sponsoring this. So while you're doing that, I do want to get to one more thing before we actually make our picks. One of my favorite things, I'm a big Thanksgiving parade guy. In fact, I love it. So I'll get up and I'll do that in the morning. Of course, the other big thing is going to be the football games. And I love Thanksgiving because you're guaranteed 3 football games. Of course, you've always got Detroit and Dallas playing at home. This year, Baltimore, as they have done in recent years, playing at home as well. I've always looked forward. I always kind of thought it was the Ravens and the Steelers these last few years, so I was looking forward to that. The reality is it is not this year. It's the Ravens and whoever they're playing. I can't even remember. Which, by the way, we'll have up here in just one second. So, do we want to go ahead and pop these up?
Yeah,
sir?
let's get into it.
Let's see, where is, I'm struggling with buttons as well. Okay, here we go. So we've got Adam, we've got myself, we've got the ski and bike shop right
got
there
a
in
sweet-
Grand Forks. So go ahead, sir. I'll let you lead off.
This was a hard game to pick.
Yeah.
The Packers are good. Still kind of dealing with some injuries, though. It's kind of been a brutal year with injuries for them. Lions are better. Lions have some injuries of their own, but that Jahmyr Gibbs, just about the hottest player on the planet right now.
Yeah.
Got me 72 fantasy points in the family league last week. 72.
Wow. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
What was it? 200-something yards.
It was just
it was crazy.
gross.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Lions. I think that this is the year they make it to the Super Bowl. It just looks that way.
That's interesting. We'll get into that a little bit later, maybe as well. I want to say Jahmyr Gibbs, Georgia Tech guy, did transfer to Alabama the last year, but I'm a big Georgia Tech guy, so I want to mention Jahmyr Gibbs did play ball at Georgia Tech, and now he's a superstar. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna roll this down here. Where do I can't get the roll here on this. So what I want to do in theory is just show you that the thing going down here. I don't know if maybe Adam can help or there we go. Okay, we're going up apparently. Okay, this is the one. It's the Bengals. It is the Chiefs.
Yeah,
It is the Cowboys.
This is the next game. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kansas City at Dallas. Again, that's your other Turkey Day.
Yeah.
As I hate when people call it. Game, and you and I have Kansas City. I just ski and bike shop Dallas. I think that's outside of the box thinking.
I thought about going Dallas with the upset. This was one of the harder games for me to pick. Dallas starting to get it together after a weird start to their season, but it's like what is it, 6-5 against 5-1, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Pretty even, middle of the road records. I do think that there's something to be said for Mahomes on prime time, and it's just hard to bet against a guy who's already written such a legendary storybook career. So
Yeah.
I went with Chiefs, but I respect Simon's pick here. And you know what they say, Simon says.
That's true. I don't respect it at all. No, I'm kidding. It's actually a joke. I think it's a good. Here's
And
what
double points, so it's a smart wager for Simon to go, hey, I'm gonna go for a big swing here, because if we both get this wrong, that's huge for Simon.
That is a good point. Now, we'll say real quick with this game. Kansas City, as you mentioned, record-wise, not that different. I just at the end of the day, who do I trust?
Right.
Who do I trust? And I trust Kansas City. I do not trust the Cowboys.
I could not agree more on that one, my friend.
All right, look at another what I'd call an upset pick here from Ski and Bike Shop.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing these for the first time, so I'm stunned.
Well, you know who's going to be back?
Oh, Joe?
Joe Burrow
Burrow
is back. And so
Okay.
I think, that's where it could be a real interesting game. Overall, I just think that the Ravens defense has gotten back up to their normal standard lately, and I think that they will be good enough to kind of slow things down. And I just hope Lamar's playing well because I need him for the fantasy football playoffs as well. Everything comes down to fantasy football for me.
I understand. Don't you also have Joe Burrow? No, you don't have Joe Burrow.
I do.
right?
I do have Joe Burrow in our league,
Yeah.
but that is secondary to the family league.
Got it.
I hope both quarterbacks do well.
I was going to say, really,
It's gonna be a fun game to
both
watch
could
for me.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump up here. I'll let you get to the next one here. That always makes me laugh.
Yeah, we got a guest picker. The only one who took the Browns was Grover Cleveland.
That's interesting. Now, here's something interesting. If you look, the San Francisco 49er, and what you're saying is, and I'm saying this
One
too,
49er.
one 49er could beat the entire
All the
Browns
Browns.
squad.
And I do believe that. Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Browns aren't very good. I think it's also very. If I had a professional football team, they wouldn't be named the Shalafoos.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I get that, yeah. That's funny because if I had a professional football team, I would also call it the Shalafoos. Even if I didn't know you,
What about the
we'd never met.
Thomases?
That's kind of boring.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Lock.
I got issues.
Yes, your lock.
Yes. This is Shedeur Sanders' second game starting?
Right.
I think
Yeah.
maybe he's going to be a good quarterback, but I just think that the 49ers, they just got too many weapons. Yeah. This is going to be kind of an ugly, weird game, low scoring, I expect, but the Browns aren't good enough on offense.
Yeah.
San Francisco could win this 10-3, but I don't see the Browns scoring 11.
No, I got you. I think you're right. I don't know that I gave a lot of thought to this other than I think the Browns are pretty terrible and the 49ers are pretty good.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Well
I
said.
know it's not really in depth, but I think it's about all the depth I need.
That's all the depth you need. And this is an easy one, too, because the Titans are really bad at sports. The Jaguars, pretty solid.
I was going to say, at the very least, they're average at sports, whereas the Titans are bad. You're correct.
Stinky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whew.
And this is I was surprised this was a sweep.
I almost, and the thing is, I do think the Colts are going to pull out. But Houston, I have told you, I took them last week in the, was it the Thursday night game when
Yeah.
they played? Yeah. I did against the Bills. The Houston's defense is fantastic. This
Really,
is
really
going to be
good.
rough for me because in our fantasy league, I have, Taylor. Running back,
Swift.
and I'm just like,
Oh,
is it
Jonathan Taylor,
Swift,
right,
yeah,
right.
Jonathan Taylor, yeah, and that boy playing that Texans D, I don't know that he's going to get a lot of yards
No,
that game.
that's
So,
gonna be tough.
But I do think the Colts are going to pull out what I believe will be a lower scoring game there.
Give me the Colts at home.
I love it. Here we go again.
And another sweep, the Saints, really bad.
They lost to the Falcons at home, which stunned me.
It's Miami coming off a bye. That's a team that started to kind of turn it around. And what's interesting is Darren Waller is expected to practice today.
Oh, yeah.
He might be
Former Georgia
practicing
Tech
right
guy.
now. Really?
Yeah, yeah. Played a wide receiver at Tech, of course, now a tight end in the
Yeah.
NFL. Long-time tight end.
Okay.
Mike, why can't I think of his last name? Mike, coach for the Dolphins.
McDonald.
Thank you.
Wait, McDaniel?
Mike McDaniel.
Because one's a singer, one's a coach. Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel,
Yeah.
they say this, when he comes off a bye, he's average. But New Orleans Saints are not. So
Yeah,
they're saying that,
when
yeah.
they're playing, they're below average.
Exactly. Falcons at Jets, boy, I tell you what, I came so close to picking the Jets on this. In fact, I'm almost wondering, did you get this right? I kind of feel like I picked the Jets.
Did you?
Oh, no, I picked the Falcons because I
Okay.
thought about not Kirk Cameron, but Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And I did realize he's better than the entire Jets, even at, I think he's 72 now.
It's
Cousins.
kind of like that man versus machine thing, the story of Ball Bunyan and the axe.
Yeah.
This is like the Peregrine Falcon can dive up to 200 miles per hour.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Is that factual?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's
Okay.
actually the fastest diving bird. Can't fly as fast as a jet,
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
could probably play football better than the Jets.
Yeah.
So
it's faster than a pigeon.
yeah,
Okay.
pigeon's not that fast, but good at other
Spinner.
stuff.
Okay.
So,
well,
oops, here we
got
go.
a couple things. Don't want to get under one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Cardinals have now here's something that's interesting because I guess now we're back to the point where the status for Mayfield is questionable. I actually thought he was
You
probably gonna
dropped
be
him.
out. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that in the fantasy league.
You know what? I saw Nix out there, and I thought, I think Nix has played a little better this year. Nix hasn't been great, but I think he's played better this year.
Baker, Hurt,
Yeah.
and you already have Goff, who's your QB1.
Yeah. So regardless, all that being said, while we know the Bucs are kind of injury-wise, they weren't in a good place before Baker went questionable. But anyway, either way, Cardinals are terrible.
Cardinals are terrible.
Yeah.
And this, the Panthers are good, but
Yes.
the Rams might be the best in the NFL, and I think that's as simple as it needs to be for that one.
I agree, and you said something earlier about the Lions and thinking, talking about good. I kind of look at the Rams and the Lions and think moving forward,
Yeah.
those are the teams right
Yeah,
there. I actually
yeah.
think the Rams right now, I look at them, if you were to just
A little
choke
Stafford
me,
Bowl
if
for
you were to
the-
choke me and hold me down and say, Rush, you have to pick a
Tell
team for the
me!
Super Bowl, I'd say the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this, I know, made Ski and Bike sad. They're big Viking
Yeah.
fans up there. This is just the Sam Darnold revenge game, plain and simple. Why is this your lock, Russ?
It's my lock because I think, one, I'm looking at McCarthy. He just, he's been erratic at best. They're playing in Seattle, home of the 12th man.
Yeah, maybe the best defense in the league.
Right, you got Darnold. I tell you what, it's hard to see a scenario where the Vikings come out of Seattle based on all the things I've seen with the win. And that was enough for me to go, I got to lock up the Seahawks here.
Now, another Valley News Live game. This is the 325 game, I believe.
Yeah.
And so you are going with the Steelers here.
Yeah.
It looks like Rodgers is going to be back. It is a home game for the Steelers. Me and Ski and Bike both going with the Bills. Break it down for me, Russ.
Probably the toughest pick on the board. Steelers were on the road last week, and what's funny is I can't remember who they played other than it was a tough team. And I didn't go with the Steelers, but coming back home after their loss, it was a tough game. Buffalo just they really haven't convinced me of anything, especially on the road this year. They went to Houston last week, got beat. Now another tough opponent, another tough road game.
Jeez, you're really making me think about pulling the old switcheroo. I wish I would have gone Steelers here.
The old what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, that's what they say. I still don't know what they mean when they say it. But
No, I don't either. Rodgers back. Even last week, Rudolph actually played pretty well in the loss.
Well, that glowing red nose.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's going to be close. I think the Steelers, though, at home, I think they get this one.
All right.
That would be not the game this week.
This one won't die. This was the duplicate last week as well. I don't know how it keeps finding its way
I'm
in.
going to reverse, though, and take the Saints.
Reverse. We're all charged up for the Chargers,
Wow.
just because anyone who's playing the Raiders will take that team, right?
Exactly.
Omari
yeah.
and Hampton's supposed to come back for the Chargers as well.
That is true, and of course, Geno Smith at quarterback for the Raiders, so I'm going Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Now, here we go. Sunday Night Football. Now, the Commander-in-Chief, George Washington, is taking the Washington Commanders, but everyone else is taking the Broncos. This is a lock for Ski and Bike Shop.
Yeah.
Broncos, another team a lot of people kind of mentioning around Super Bowl talk.
Well, it's funny you said that, yes, and they're good. They're very good, more so than I thought. Even I did think they were going to be good. I don't know if you recall, it's been probably before you were born, Washington Broncos played in a pretty good Super Bowl back in the, I believe it was the 80s, late 80s.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember that one.
Either way, that was a long time ago. Washington took Washington, we're all taking the Broncos. By the way, the Redskins won that Super Bowl, if that actually happened.
Was that Doug Williams?
That was Doug Williams.
Wow, how about
Yeah,
it? Okay,
yeah.
I know my history. All right, so this is the Super Bowl rematch of two of the best Super Bowls of all time, and every time they meet in the regular season, the Patriots win.
Right.
The Giants are also bad, but
Yep.
wildly entertaining with Jameis Winston rooting for the Giants. Think the Patriots win.
I think Patriots. What's interesting is how many games we've seen here, because there are some really good teams in the NFL. How many games we've seen this week that we've said, that team, bad. And you're right about that with the Giants as well. So one game I did not see on there, I don't know if it missed, but it was a big game. I didn't see the Bears game in there. So I don't know if we over.
Yeah, that must have slipped through. I have the Bears over the Eagles.
You do. I don't know who Ski and Bike Shop has. I actually took the Eagles, which I know you're not going to like. I do want to say this, and this is important, and that is that the Bears, I really like this team, and I'm not saying this just because I'm a Bears fan right here. I
Eagles
like them, but more than
for ski and bike.
okay, I more than like them as like a good team. I actually like the Bears. Like they're a team I almost always pull for. That being said, Eagles at home, I think that's where I landed on that as two good teams. I think it's going to be tough for the Bears to win in Philadelphia. I think it's going to be a tough game for Philadelphia because the Bears are good, but I'm going Eagles slightly.
You know, not super confident. The Eagles' run defense ranks 20th in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Bears rank 3rd
Yeah.
in rushing.
Yeah.
And so I think that the Bears are going to be able to kind of win this one ugly.
I got it.
But keyword ugly.
Ugly, yeah. No, I think that's a fair. So that's the thing that was not an easy game for me to pick. It's not like I was, oh, hey, you know what? We're just pulling for the. There we go. I was
There
wondering
it
where
is.
that. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't like, oh yeah, Eagles. You know how sometimes you slate things
Yeah.
up. Like most of the games this week, it's like, that was one I had to sit there and think about. And I'm pulling for the Bears for sure. I just think this is a.
And that's a Black Friday game.
It is that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
wonder if that's why maybe it wasn't there. I thought you kind of go from Thursday to Sunday, and it's just the NFL's they're sneaking in that Friday game, and it's a great Friday game.
I'm going to blame it on
The
the
rain.
short preparation, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a short week. Normally, we do this on Friday. Quick
Right.
turnaround,
Yeah.
and whoever made that must have dropped the ball.
Exactly. I do want to ask you before you leave here, and I'm going to do some quick weather, but I know you're not as much of a college football guy. I'm a huge college football fan. Big rivalry week here. Obviously, I care about Georgia Tech, Georgia. That's where I grew up, and I've mentioned Georgia Tech 3 times already within the NFL segment. I don't know how I got that in there. Jameer Gibbs, Darren Waller, and I
Calvin
probably just yelled it at some
Yeah.
other point. Are there any college rivalry games you look at and go, that's my favorite, that's one I like?
Like this weekend? Or
Well, it
just
could be this
generally
weekend or it
speaking?
could be overall.
Notre Dame, USC.
Yeah.
And Notre Dame, Michigan. Grew up a big Notre Dame fan. So those are the two big ones. I feel like I'm supposed to have a little bit more animosity towards USC, but Michigan, I was at a lot of games where Denard Robinson, if you remember him.
Yeah, I do,
Just
yeah.
something about that blue and gold makes my blood boil.
Oh, absolutely. No, I get it. I really do. And you know what's funny is they had such a long-standing rivalry, and right now they're actually not playing over last year, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites, which is no longer happening. For me, I would say, again, growing up in the South, I always enjoy watching Alabama-Auburn because there's just so much just sheer hatred there. You know, I mean, it's just something, unless if you grew up there or if you live close, then you know it, or if you're married to someone who's one of those fans and that sort of thing. But it's a real dislike between the two. Adam, I was going to say real quick, I'm going to jump in here and do the weather. Not going to spend, I know Summer Schnellbach was just here about an hour ago giving you a great weather update, so not going to spend a whole lot of time. We'll have Joseph Williams in this afternoon. He's going to give you another update. But I will pop up very quickly. And Adam, if you want to stick here for a couple minutes, that's great. If you're like, hey, you know what, I need to go, that's okay too. But we're going to look at our forecast.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. This is what I love the picks, but I got to know about the slick travel conditions.
Yeah.
I got to see what's going on with that Thanksgiving feast. So take it away, Russ.
Yeah, no, real quick, here's what we're watching. Slick travel, colder temperatures today, and you already know it if you're out there. If you're heading out, I know you're waiting till tomorrow morning, which I think is a great plan, only because it's still a little nasty there. Now, some of the roads have cleared, and certainly the highways are better, but just keep that in mind if you're heading out today. Tomorrow, patchy morning fog, partly cloudy. Really going to be a pretty day tomorrow. Then we get to Friday and Saturday. I don't know when you're coming back, but I will say, you specifically, of course, Adam, but for everyone out there, if you're traveling back into the region or you have people who are heading back to their area Friday afternoon, Friday evening through Saturday, another opportunity for some snow, especially Fargo southward. How much snow will we
Interesting,
potentially see?
okay.
We'll get to that in just one second, but again, we have 2 first alert weather days, Friday evening through Saturday. Probability of at least 2 inches of snow. Now, this is interesting because you've got what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up full screen and just show you for this here. So you've got this area in the brown. That indicates only about a 1% chance at this point through 6 a.m. Saturday. of seeing 2 inches of snow. So again, you get to these northern areas, not as much expected, at least not right now.
But a lot more
but
in the west, huh?
A lot more, first of all, in the west, where you've got what looks like a 50-60% chance of seeing at least 2 inches of snowfall. And if you're heading the southern portions of our region. Now, the good news, you're heading toward Minneapolis, St. Paul. I will say that opportunities for snow will continue. This graphic only goes out to 6 a.m. right now, so we'll continue to see opportunities for maybe more snow in these areas through probably Saturday noon. Just wanted to give you an idea. Let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll kind of walk you through this. We've got Friday morning into Friday evening, and notice weather model here showing a pretty decent chance of snow creeping up. This is our American model, I do believe. I know Summer updated this a little while ago, American as opposed to European, but it does show pretty good coverage of snow, and then exiting by late Saturday morning through early Saturday afternoon. Sunday looking like a good day, so if you're holding off till Sunday travel-wise, probably better than Saturday. Latest updates, European model showing maybe a couple inches in Fargo here, and then again more south. Again, pointed out Bismarck there. If you're looking at the American model, kind of the same, maybe a little bit more snow, a little bit farther north they're showing, but either way, the farther south you are, and again, this is Friday afternoon through our Saturday. Thanksgiving travel, here we go. Today, 26.
I have a feeling that guy's traveling to the oven.
Oh, he's, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one I may put in my oven, I'm not sure. Cute guy, but
Yeah, he
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
look too mad about it.
No, he's,
I don't know why he brought, what do you think's in that suitcase? Maybe some sweet potatoes?
It could be a little pumpkin pie,
Yeah.
a little blueberry
Blueberry,
pie.
maybe
That's
a boiled
right.
goose.
That's right. No, but I think turkeys, they know their fate, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're pardoned by the president, I think there's one or two of those. Otherwise, you're either the lucky bird or you're gone. In fact, take a look at this.
Yeah.
Different turkey, obviously. The issue
I see a
there's
resemblance here.
Yeah, there. I know.
This is a Russ Thomas turkey.
Thank you. Yes. 22 tomorrow, partly cloudy, chilly during the afternoon. Wind gust there. It's not going to be too windy, but it'll be a little breezy, so definitely chilly.
Whoa.
But we're going to see sunshine. Tomorrow morning's lows, they're cold. You know, Thanksgiving morning, I know you're traveling. A lot of folks just stay in, watch that parade. One of my favorite things of the year is to just sit and watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Tomorrow afternoon, not much of a warm-up. We're going to see highs in the low to mid-20s. We are going to get sunshine. Not a bad day at all. Going to quickly walk through here. Northeast North Dakota, northwest Minnesota, all areas seeing temperatures ranging from about 20 to about 24 degrees. This weekend, you're going to the Kindle Market. The Christkindl Market. You see 21, some clouds on Friday. Chance for snow, especially earlier on Saturday. 5 the low, 22 the high. Sunday, mostly sunny, 0, followed by a 16. Just a quick look. This will be what we're going to leave you with here. This is temperature trend for Fargo. Next 5 days, I mentioned the 20, 23, 21, 22, 16 Sunday, 14 Monday. We're only going down temperature-wise for the early part of next week, both in terms of the highs and the lows. So again, Adam, I know you're traveling tomorrow. Be safe. All those folks out there who are traveling, please be safe, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's coming back this weekend. Give yourself a little extra time. Typically at Thanksgiving, we actually don't have snow on the roads. This time we do, so want to watch out for that.
What are you thankful for? I can't let you off the hook. That's our traditional question.
I always say this, and it's very simple for
Georgia
me.
Tech.
It's well, that too. It's about it's friends, it's family,
Sure.
it's health. I mean, it's nothing. It's not exciting. It's just the straight line. But those things mean so much to me. Adam, good friend, you mean a lot to me. Thankful for you.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thankful for you as well. And yeah, you hit the nail on the head, my friend.
Yep.
You know, grateful to spend this with friends and family and the pets and the animals and a lot of loved ones.
Yeah, exactly. No, same here. We'll hope you have a safe trip. And again, for all you guys, hope you have a wonderful day. Joseph Williams will be in later this afternoon around 3 o'clock or so to give you the latest weather update here. But enjoy yourself. Have a great afternoon. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Cycle. But ever since I got my biking in, I've been pumped to cycle.
Vicodin is a non-prescription solution to improve your lifestyle.
Ski and bike shop in Grand Forks helped me get my biking in.
Side effects include elevated endorphin levels, improved cardiovascular health, weight loss, and boosted energy. Higher doses of Vicodin may lead to forming healthy habits and increase your chances of social interaction. Visit your